Here's how we turned an overgrazed, neglected, $175,000 property into $1 million property. The first thing we did was create access. We couldn't get in here before, so we came in with the loader and built us a road. Then we put rock down, and now we have like a very usable way that we can come in and out of this property. Remember 6 months ago when we were walking down this road? It was overgrown, there were potholes everywhere, you could hardly get through, and some days you couldn't get through depending on how much rain we had. We came through, cleared up those trees, put a nice gravel road base down, and fixed those drainage issues to make sure that we can come in and out of here whenever we want. And that was really important because we had to bring a well truck in. Who knows how much a well truck weighs, but they're heavy. They're not just gonna come in on a muddy road, particularly if there's drainage issues. These pastures were overgrazed. I think there were 17 horses living on an otherwise like unmanaged field that was growing up with trees. It wasn't bush hogged at all. There was no rotational management. And it was just like essentially a piece of property that someone was renting for cheap and using and abusing. So we used this heavy equipment to take care of all the cedar trees that were growing up in the field, the bramble bushes, the berries, the thorns, the roses, and really give like an abundant pasture system that can be managed appropriately. That wouldn't have been possible without the use of heavy machines. So we cleared up the pastures, pushed down and took out the old fences for us to re-fence at a later time, and really just made a much more beautiful property. Actually, there was a lady that grew up in this neighborhood, and she walked through semi-recently ago, and she said it didn't look like the same place, and that's the real truth. She walked this road every day as she went to school, and she said it was unrecognizable, and it really is. So we put a new roof on this barn as well. When we got here, the roof was flapping in the wind, rain was coming in. A lot of the timbers were rotted because of that moisture contact. And while it was being used, it wasn't a space that was gonna last more than like a year or two. So we put a new roof on there. It gave us a lot of storage, gave us room for horses, animals, animal feed, hay, whatever we need, we can store it out of the weather. And that was a huge upgrade for an otherwise dilapidated barn. At the same time, we installed security systems, and that cut down on the amount of people that we saw just coming over here and using this property for however they wanted, because it wasn't really being watched by an owner. We've heard stories of people coming down this road, parking, and the trash that was accumulated that we picked up. It was apparent that people were just coming down here and partying. We picked up something like 140 tires out of here. The regenerative system, a lot of times, just looks like picking up other people's trash. It's hard to tell how much putting a well in added to the property. I know what it did as far as the cost, but the benefit far exceeds that. Because when you're drilling a well, water isn't a guarantee. We now have guaranteed water, and at 60 gallons a minute, we could pretty much irrigate the whole county from this well, not worry about depleting it. At the same time, you see all this grass around me? We reseeded these pastures, and as we mulch these, and then as we get animals in conjunction with watering them and out of the creeks, the value that we've added is immense. The comparables in the area are selling for like 800,000 bucks. They don't have assured water, they don't have a barn, they don't have the access that we do. This property is truthfully, it's invaluable at this point. Their land, they're not creating any more of it. They are creating access, but finding this large of a tract with this guaranteed water supply and a fixed barn like we built is just priceless. So we provide a lot of benefit through sustainablehomestead.com, whether that's through our ebooks, Beginner's Guide to Sustainable Living, or through our mastermind call every Wednesday night, through our in-person classes, or our private one-on-one consultations where we can focus on your problems and pull from our toolkit of solutions to apply what's best for you. If you have 100 tools, they might not be exactly right, but our specialty is knowing the tools, knowing how we can apply them, and helping you create abundance for you, your family, and your larger community. Part of that is making neglected landscapes whole through regenerative design and agriculture. That's what we do. Reach out if we can help you.